Part 3, creative thinking. What types of thinking specifically are involved in the creative process? Well, E. Paul Torrance identifies 4 of them. Fluency, the ability to generate a lot of ideas. Here, quantity of ideas is more important than quality. Flexibility, ability to generate a lot of different types of ideas or produce a number of different types of approaches. Elaboration is the ability to examine the original idea and generate ideas that can be used to make that thing better, more interesting, more detailed, more complex, or more refined. And originality is the ability to generate or design things that are totally new, unique, novel, things that have never been imagined before. So creative thinking is the ability to use all these different types of thinking processes to solve problems or create products or performances. Now, we cannot assume that all students know how to brainstorm. This is the fluency part, which is so important. You have to generate a lot of ideas before you can find the best one. As well, teachers in meetings or your colleagues may not also know how to brainstorm. So this is a list, and usually this is found in some form on a poster in your classroom. Step 1, all ideas are accepted. No evaluation or criticizing during this stage. Bad ideas are just as good as good ideas because it gets you thinking in a variety of ways. Freewheeling is celebrated. That means crazy, kooky, bizarre ideas are welcome. Even smart aleck comments and random associations all get you thinking in different ways. The goal of brainstorming is quantity. The more ideas, the better. The greater choice you have then when looking for the best solution. And hitchhiking is welcome. Hitchhiking is when you add an idea to something that has already been said or combined 2 or more ideas. This is a technique that many people use to solve problems. So encourage your students to hitchhike. Hitchhiking is welcome. Here are some examples of brainstorming that is done. It's nice when you do this to record ideas and you can think out loud or use cognitive modeling as you are brainstorming with your class. You can also enhance the creative process by teaching thinking skills, creative thinking skills, explicitly. You recognize here the 4 types of thinking as identified by E. Paul Torrance. Well, a thinking skill is any cognitive process that is broken down into steps and taught explicitly. And here's a thinking frame. And this goes in poster form, ideally on a classroom wall someplace, and you teach the steps. Boys and girls, this is how you generate a lot of ideas. You look at the idea, don't worry about good or bad ideas, and add as many as quickly as you can. Of course, adopt and adapt these as you see fit. But we enhance creative thinking by teaching creative thinking skills, breaking them down into steps. Here are also some cognitive processes related to creative thinking. And again, if we break the cognitive process down into steps and teach them explicitly, that is a thinking skill, or more specifically, a creative thinking skill. Creative individuals have these 3 traits or characteristics. Resources, you have a knowledge base and expertise, creative thinking skills, and then internal motivation to be creative. Creativity tests. Now, that's one of the reasons why creativity isn't valued at the same level by our institutional schools, because you can't measure it or put a number. Now, many people have tried. Creativity tests look like this. You're given a sheet full of X's. How many pictures can you create in a short amount of time? These are the types of things that are found on creativity tests. However, I would invite you to do an internet search using these terms and see what you come up with. You get a good sense. But again, you can't really put creativity in a bottle. You can't assign a number to it. And that's one of the reasons perhaps why it is not as valued in our schools. In part 3, creative thinking.